What is up, everybody? Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you guys through the power speakerphone with Dallas Stewart. Dallas, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Man, what a week one was, man. A lot of upsets, man, and some picks that we never thought we would get wrong. And man, so Dallas won the split last week with the Broncos and Giants, but week one is the hardest week to pick. Dallas went 9-7, and I went 8-8. So this is our picks list from last week. So it's an okay. It's just about right for week one, wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, because I mean, you just don't know because every team hasn't played yet.
Yeah. All right, but now we got the week two picks, and now we're gonna get started. But I'm gonna do something a little different here. I just finished setting up this little thing here, so let me get the share screen and let's get to it. All right, let's get to it. Here we go. We're gonna go slideshow style. First off, we got for the Thursday night football game, we got the New York Giants taking on the Washington football team. Both teams 0-1. Giants got beat pretty good by the Denver Broncos, and the Denver Broncos offense and defense just got after it. Melvin Gordon sealed that game with a long touchdown run to basically dagger the game. And the Von Miller of being back had heavy effects on New York, and he was just getting after Daniel Jones. And the Washington football team, really close game with the LA Chargers last week. That was a really, really good game. But obviously the Chargers were able to pull away with it, forcing some key turnovers, and Justin Herbert hit Mike Williams for a key touchdown to give them the lead. And man, this is going to be, I think, the NFC East again. These teams, obviously, it's going to be a battle. I think it might be a battle again with the division, depending on how good we saw how good Dallas could be. I think, to be honest with you, I think Dallas could possibly win the NFC East this year. But, man, if I'm going to go anything with this, man, the first game is in Washington. I'm going to actually go ahead and I'm going to take the Washington football team to get the win at home against the New York Giants. I'm taking Washington.
Yeah, I'm going to take Washington as well, even with Taylor Heineke. Giants just looked awful.
Yeah, they did.
Last week.
Yeah, for real, man. Both mediocre quarterback play going into this game, but I think Taylor Heineke is good enough to get it done for the Washington football team. We all know that he's going to be backed up by that defense with Chase Young and Montez Sweat, and then he's got Terry McLaurin at wide receiver. He also has J.D. McKissick at running back and Antonio Gibson, which, I mean, for J.D. McKissick, he's one of those good backs from when he played with the Seahawks that he runs good routes. I'd kind of consider him more of a receiver than a running back, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's just my thought, though. That's just how I feel, though, about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Moving on to the next game. Up next, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. Raiders pulled up a huge win last night. And I'll tell you what, I really love the format, the new Monday night format with Monday Night Football with Peyton Manning and Eli Manning. I was watching it last night, and it was cool that they were having guests. And near the end of that game, they were talking with Russell Wilson on that, and all three of those guys were like predicting coverages that the quarterbacks would be facing and predicting the plays that the team would be running. But that was a pretty cool format last night, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah. But Pittsburgh Steelers, huge upset win over the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. Did not see that one coming. Special teams with that huge block punt for that big touchdown. And they were down for a little while, 13-0, I think it was, to Buffalo. And then Ben started hitting some passes. Deontay Johnson, I think, had a juggle and managed to bring it in, keep his feet in bounds for a crazy touchdown. And that was just a good game. I did not expect Pittsburgh to pull off that upset.
Neither did I. I thought the Bills were going to win.
Raiders almost blew it last night at home in Las Vegas against the Ravens. Took that game to overtime and were able to drive down the field, was just short of the game-winning touchdown at first. And then they kind of cost themselves getting a false start, and then Carr throws an interception. Then Ravens try to go on a drive, and then freaking Carl Nassib, is that who it was? Nassib and Quentin Jefferson, they force a huge fumble. Lamar fumbled it. They recover, and then they hit Zay Jones wide open for that game winner, and the Raiders end up taking that game in overtime against the Ravens. That was a hell of a game for Monday Night Football Week 1. What a way to start.
Yeah.
That was a good.
And, they had Bruce Buffer at the beginning.
Say what?
They had Bruce Buffer at the beginning.
Bruce Buffer at the beginning?
For the UFC announcer doing the introductions.
I thought, wait, who was the one that did the introduction for the Rams and Bears on Monday night? I mean, on Sunday night.
I think it might have been his brother.
Yeah. But other than that, this Pittsburgh Steelers, I'll tell you what, I think I really like their defense going into this game too. And I know the Ben Roethlisberger's up there in age, and I think we're all starting to see it. But Derek Carr, he played a good comeback, and the Raiders were able to just hang in there and barely squeaked it out. But Pittsburgh, it's really tough to play in Pittsburgh, as we've seen. It's hard to kick there too. I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I like their defense in this game too. They got a really good defense, and I think they can do some damage and get some pressure on Carr and make him make mistakes. I mean, let's see how good of a game this will be, because last night was pretty crazy with the Raiders beating the Ravens at home. But I'm going to take the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Steelers. I think the Raiders will have a little bit of a letdown, and they have to go across the country. Give me the Steelers to get to 2-0.
Yeah, having to go across the country on that 10 a.m. start time, so not easy going across the country. So
no, it's not.
Yeah, I got Pittsburgh getting to 2-0, and the Raiders might have a little letdown this next week in this game. But hell of a win by them. That was a hell of a game. Even KJ Wright had a nice stop on 4th and 1 in their game against the Ravens last night. Yeah. All right. Up next, we got the San Francisco 49ers going to Philly to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. The 49ers almost blew it against the Lions, but they still managed to hold on to win the game. Lost Jason Verrett for the year with a torn ACL, and lost Raheem Mostert for, I don't know, close to like 8 weeks from what I heard. The Philadelphia Eagles kicked the crap out of the Atlanta Falcons. Final of that one.
They did. I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, none of us did. Devontae Smith, looked good in that game. Jalen Hurts was looking good too. He hit Devontae Smith for his first touchdown, and then, but now Eagles are basically going to face a really good defense and an overall better team. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to take the 49ers to get the win in Philadelphia over the Eagles. So give me San Francisco.
Yeah, give me San Francisco to start 2-0. And I heard on the radio that today that Raheem Mostert said he's out. He's going to be out for the year. Raheem
Mostert's going to be out for the year, actually?
Yeah.
Damn, I thought it was out. I thought it was just 8 weeks. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Damn, I mean.
They might need to sign a running back.
Yeah, they might need to. I think they signed freaking Kerryon Johnson from what I heard earlier from CG Ruthless Sports. Shout out to CG.
Yeah, that's a pretty big loss for them.
Yeah, Raheem Mostert. I still remember when he gassed the Packers in that NFC Championship game in the 2019 season. And then, Jason Verrett's a big loss too, but he was injury prone with the Chargers before even going to San Francisco. He did pretty good last year, but now he's out for the year with a torn ACL as well. So Niners lost a couple of key pieces.
Yeah,
shoot,
they have.
All right. Up next, we got the Houston Texans going to Cleveland to take on the Cleveland Browns. Texans with a unexpected, did not think, I was thinking Trevor Lawrence was going to be ready for it, but Trevor Lawrence, he was not ready. Made rookie mistakes, and Houston and Tyrod Taylor and Mark Ingram just went off, and the Texans got a big win to start off the season, 1-0. And I think the Texans were the only AFC South team to win. So they're in first place right now. That probably won't last long, though. Cleveland Browns, close battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. The punter and like I said, I've never seen Mahomes off to a slow start in week 1 and never seen him lose week 1 but we thought it was going to happen, but he got it together. And the punter really, special teams is what really doomed Cleveland later on when that guy didn't get the punt off, and the Chiefs were able to slam him down and get the ball back with good yards and just cash it in for a quick Travis Kelce touchdown to win the game. And then I mean, other than getting the interception at the end on Baker Mayfield. But man, what a game that was. I mean, but I still think the Browns are going to be good. And I'm going to take the Browns to bounce back. Give me Cleveland.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Browns to bounce back as well. I think Houston's in for a huge letdown.
Yep.
Houston still, to me, is going to still be one of the worst teams in the league this year.
Yeah, that's what I agree with you on that one too. All right. Speaking of which, up next, we got the Denver Broncos taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Broncos did some work on the Giants. You won that split. The Jaguars just got pistol whipped by the Houston Texans. Lawrence threw a couple of touchdowns, but it wasn't going to be enough to beat Houston in the way that Houston was getting after them. Denver, they have Von Miller back, as we mentioned earlier. Von Miller made a huge impact in that game. Melvin Gordon, long touchdown run to dagger the game, and Teddy Bridgewater was looking pretty good. And also, get this, here's another interesting fact. Week 1, every team from the West, NFC and AFC, all won. Every team from the West.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that on social media earlier. It's pretty crazy, but other than that, back to this game. This game's in Florida, in Jacksonville. Broncos traveling to Jacksonville to take on Trevor Lawrence. Teddy Bridgewater versus Trevor Lawrence. But I'm going to go Denver in this one. I think Denver is going to start out the year 2-0, and I expect them to get a win. I expect Von Miller to eat Trevor Lawrence alive this game. So give me the Broncos.
Yeah, give me the Broncos as well.
Yeah. Whew. Anyway, next one. Up next, we got the New Orleans Saints going to Carolina to take on the Carolina Panthers. Saints, man, shocker of the week back on Sunday. Nobody saw what they were going to do to Green Bay coming. Nobody saw that coming. That was just crazy. That defense really got after Aaron Rodgers, and Jameis Winston threw 5 touchdown passes. He was looking like an elite quarterback, but how long can he keep it up? This is a guy in 2019 who threw 30 interceptions and 30 touchdowns in the same season. You could tell the guy, he learned a lot from Drew Brees sitting behind him for a year, but my question is, can he continue it? And Carolina Panthers, obviously Sam Darnold, Robbie Anderson, both got their revenge on their former team, the Jets. We knew that was coming, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be good, but I don't think it'll be that good. But we'll see what happens with this one. I like the momentum of the Saints after they obliterated Green Bay as a homeless team playing their home game in Jacksonville. Man, I mean, something the 49ers couldn't do last year when they were playing their home games in Arizona as a homeless team, where they couldn't win as a home team while homeless. And the Saints just did that today, because the Saints played homeless home games for the first time since the Hurricane Katrina season. Dallas?
Oh, yeah.
But other than that, I'm taking the Saints. I'm taking the Saints to make it 2-0. I got New Orleans. I like that defense. That defense is going to get after Sam Darnold, and Sam Darnold's going to be seeing ghosts again, like he did with the Jets, but this time against the Saints with the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, give me the Saints to start a surprising 2-0.
Yeah. Whew. All right. Up next, we got the Los Angeles Rams going to Indianapolis to take on the Indianapolis Colts. The Rams obliterated Chicago as expected. Matt Stafford was looking great. 3 touchdown passes. Not a bad debut for the Rams with all the yards he put up and those 3 bombs, especially the one he put up to Cooper Kupp and the earlier one he put up to Van Jefferson the first play. The Rams are the Rams. And the Colts last week, we totally got after Carson Wentz, and you could tell that we were taking full advantage of the injuries that they had. But are they going to get Eric Fisher back this week?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, and then obviously Quentin Nelson's playing. He's going to still be playing banged up, but we're going to get to see that one-on-one matchup with Quentin Nelson on Aaron Donald. At least we get to see that this week. Who knows how Carson Wentz is going to be going into this game and how the Colts defense will try to bounce back after the way that we shit on them last week with those 4 touchdown passes from Russell Wilson, with Tyler Lockett just destroying their secondary for especially with those 2 touchdowns, that first one, that beautiful adjustment he made to be able to catch that. And then the 69-yard bomb. And the LA Rams, we'll see. This is going to, I think I'm going to take the Rams to just go into Indy and make it 2-0. So, the Colts are still banged up. You could tell. I'm taking the Los Angeles Rams to make it 2-0.
Yep, give me the Rams to make it 2-0.
Yep, go on the road in Indy.
I think they'll get after Carson Wentz.
Yeah,
just like the Seahawks did.
Yeah, they will get after Wentz big time. So that's kind of an obvious one, but hopefully they get better, and let's see what happens with that one too, and see if the Colts get some key guys back for this game. All right. Up next, we got the Buffalo Bills going to Miami to take on the Dolphins. The Dolphins with a huge 1-point win, barely squeaked it out against the Patriots in Foxborough, getting that fumble on that drive where the Patriots were trying to set up the game-winning field goal or just try to get a game-winning score. And the Bills with a major letdown against the Pittsburgh Steelers, which none of us saw coming. That was just crazy that they had that letdown against the Steelers, but I don't expect them to have a letdown this week. Give me the Buffalo Bills to get the win in Miami, and Josh Allen and that offense and defense of the Bills just to bounce back. So I'm taking the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Bills as well to bounce back after that, that crushing loss, that really disappointing loss last week. And I like them to avoid an 0-2 start.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a good game though. I think.
Yeah, how does Miami's defense get after Josh Allen? How will Tua do this in week 2? How Jalen Waddle? Tua hit Jalen Waddle for a touchdown in that game. That was a really nice pass too. If you want,
give me Buffalo to bounce back.
Yeah, Buffalo's going into this one pissed, so I'm taking Buffalo. All right.
Yeah.
Up next, we got the New England Patriots going in to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Jets. The Patriots just had that 1-point letdown, just basically fumbled it away. And the Jets, Sam Darnold got his revenge. Him and Robbie Anderson got their revenge on the Jets, just as we predicted. Zach Wilson, he still managed to get a good touchdown pass out to Corey Davis, but Jets are the Jets, and it was expected for them to start 0-1, and I'm going to expect them to go back-to-back seasons starting 0-2. I'm going to take the Patriots and Mac Jones to get his first win as the Patriots starting quarterback, so I'm going to go with the Patriots.
Yeah, give me the Patriots to bounce back and get to 1-1, and Mac Jones to get his first career NFL win.
Yep. Gonna definitely go with that. Up next, we got the Cincinnati Bengals going to Chicago to take on the Chicago Bears. The Bengals just barely squeaked it out in the final seconds of overtime against the Minnesota Vikings. That was a hell of a game. None of us saw that game being that well. I think a lot of us with 2 crappy teams expected were thinking it could be close, but the Vikings were down and the Bengals basically blew that lead and let the Vikings come back and tie it. And it went back and forth. Bengals went for a gutsy fourth and 1, got it and set up. I think the new kicker's name was McPherson. I think Randy Bullock isn't on the Bengals anymore, and he just drilled the game-winning kick. And Chicago, we expected them to get pistol whipped by the LA Rams. They really shot themselves in the foot. It was nice to see Fields get his first career touchdown on a Wildcat option run. That was pretty cool to see. But let's be real, they weren't going to hang with the freaking Rams. And plus, Andy Dalton threw a freaking interception in the freaking red zone when they had a promising drive. And then Matt Nagy freaking just costed them by freaking going for it on 4th down those couple of times, and they turned it over on downs each time. What the hell is Matt Nagy thinking? Yeah. But still, I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals to surprisingly start 2-0. I'm going to take the Bengals in this one.
I'm going to take the Bengals to start 2-0 as well.
Yeah, but who knows how the Bears defense will respond to this one. They'll probably be going in this game pissed. We know Khalil Mack and Roquan are going to be hunting, but I like Cincinnati in this game. Bears need to freaking start Justin Fields though, but I'm taking the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah. Up next, we got the Minnesota Vikings going to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Vikings just, lost it in overtime, and the Cardinals surprisingly obliterated the Tennessee Titans. And Chandler Jones, 5 sacks. That defense, 6 sacks in total. 5 of them came from Chandler Jones. They were just getting after Ryan Tannehill, and Kyler Murray and DeAndre Hopkins were going off for like 2 touchdowns for DeAndre Hopkins, 1 rushing by Kyler Murray, and then Christian Kirk, I think, did Christian Kirk have 2 touchdown receptions in this game?
I think Hopkins had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, but I know Kirk had a nice over-the-shoulder fade catch, and the Cardinals defense, they just really got after the Tennessee Titans. I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals. This is an easy one. Give me Arizona. Vikings are going to be 0-2.
Yeah, give me Arizona to start off 2-0.
Yeah, Arizona will start out 2-0. And
that was probably one of the more impressive wins of week 1 by any team.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I forgot a game on here. We'll just let me just get out of the share screen really quick. And but yeah, we got the Tampa Bay, another one. This is probably going to be our lock of the week. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Atlanta Falcons in Atlanta. The Buccaneers had that close win on Thursday night, the kickoff game. I forgot to put it on the list. My bad. So and I forgot to put it in the slideshow. So just thought I'd get to that one. But so for this game with the this is easy. Buccaneers in a blowout. Lock of the week.
Yeah, Buccaneers are going to destroy them. Falcons probably look like one of the worst teams last week.
Yeah.
They looked as bad as Tennessee and Green Bay did. And the Buccaneers were very fortunate to get out of there with a win last week against the Cowboys.
Yeah.
They survived by the skin of their teeth.
They did. They really did. I mean, but then again, like we said, you leave a minute 24 left on the clock. That's like an eternity for Tom Brady. Yep. All right. Let's get back. All right. Let's get back to it. Let's get back to it. We were on this, and all right, on to the next one. Up next, our game. We got the Seattle Seahawks at home against the Tennessee Titans. I know the thumbnails that, I mean, usually home would be down there and then away would be up there, but it's all right. Just was going with the best picks I could go with while making this little slideshow to just try something new with the game picks. We got that huge win. Like we mentioned, Tyler Lockett had a monster game against the Colts. Same with Russell Wilson, 4 touchdown passes, 2 to Lockett, 1 to Everett, 1 to Metcalf. Chris Carson was good except for the fumble. But he was still punishing the Colts with the runs. Tennessee Titans, man, who would have thought they would have freaking gotten beaten that bad? And my question is this: with what they gave up, is their defense really that bad?
It might be.
Yeah. I mean, we know they're going to come into this game pissed, and Julio Jones needs to be a factor for them if they want to have a chance. Him and AJ Brown and Derrick Henry. I mean, did you see their names get called a bunch in that game? Did you watch the highlights of that Titans Cardinals game? Dallas? Dallas.
What?
Did you watch the highlights of that Tennessee Titans game versus Cardinals?
Not yet.
Yeah, I mean that defense really got after them, and I'm kind of questioning their offensive line if they gave up 6 sacks. You know?
Yeah,
I think
we got to take advantage of that.
Yeah, but it's still going to be a tough game with how our cornerbacks are going to play. I mean, we just got to freaking play better, and we got to man up Julio Jones and AJ Brown, and we got to have some people, be close by to try to stop Derrick Henry when he gets the ball, because we know Derrick Henry's going to be a challenge, obviously. But this is our home opener, and I can't remember the last time the Seahawks lost a home opener.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time the Seahawks lost a home opener.
All right. With that being said, I'm gonna take a shot, and I hope we can get this. I think it's gonna be a close game. This is definitely tough because we know how pissed the Titans are gonna be coming into that, but I'm going to take the Seahawks to start out 2-0 and keep the home opener winning streak alive and well. I'm taking the Seahawks.
Yeah, give me the Seahawks as well, surprisingly.
But I think it's going to be close, though. I think it's going to be a close game.
I expect a different kind of performance from Tennessee.
Yeah.
I expect them to play a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm not overlooking them.
I'm not going to overlook them.
The Seahawks.
Because Tannehill, ever since getting to Tennessee and ever since getting his opportunity, has been good. I just cannot believe that he got beat as bad as he did. And he had one of the only 2 touchdowns for the Titans. I don't think they got 2 other field goals. I think they might have gone for 2 after the other touchdown they scored, and they didn't get it. Hence, they lost. what was the score?
38-13.
Yeah, 38-13. Yeah, when they lost to Arizona. Man, none of us saw that one coming.
No.
All right. Up next, we got the Dallas Cowboys going to SoFi Stadium to take on the Los Angeles Chargers. The Cowboys, man, hell of a performance by Dak Prescott. And after seeing what he was doing, the numbers he put up, I think Dallas is going to be favored now to win the NFC East. And the Chargers, man, barely was able to squeak it out against the Washington football team on the road in Washington. I think this will be a good game, man.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Dallas in this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Dallas as well. Dallas has more weapons, but they are gonna be without Michael Gallup because Michael Gallup did get hurt in that game. I don't know how long Gallup is gonna be out for.
Yeah, this should be a good game. This one could go either way.
Yeah, I'm anxious to see this game, especially the highlights later on, because I'll be at I will be at Lumen Field for the Seahawks Titans game. I will be there for that. So expect the player interactions coming up soon on Sunday, which obviously the player interactions, special announcement for the player interactions for Seahawks versus Titans. Norb Cam is going to be joining me on his birthday because that home opener for the Seahawks and Titans is on Norb Cam's birthday. So happy birthday, Norb Cam. Norb is going to be doing the filming duties of the player interactions for this game. And I'm going to make sure that he knows to go live on YouTube with that. So you can catch our player interactions most likely on Norb Cams, depending on how we want to do it, but we'll keep you posted. All right. But yeah, we picked the Dallas, but yeah, I'm picking the Dallas Cowboys to get a win against the LA Chargers, but I think this game is going to be good, and I can't wait to see the highlights later when I get back home.
Yeah.
All right. Up next, we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Baltimore Ravens in Baltimore, Sunday Night Football. And the Ravens, man, big major letdown, had a 14-0 lead against the Raiders. They let them come back in and forced overtime and fumbled it away. And major blown coverage on that Zay Jones touchdown. And the Chiefs, man, they struggled a little, got off to a little slow start, surprisingly, against the Cleveland Browns, but still managed to pull it out in the end and get that win with that special teams blunder by Cleveland. Once again, though, going to be another good matchup. But I expect Patrick Mahomes to get it done again against the Ravens. I know we picked the Ravens last year when they played that Monday night game, and the Chiefs just freaking unleashed hell on them, and I got the Chiefs unleashing hell on them again in Baltimore. Give me Kansas City.
Yeah, give me Kansas City. They seem to be Lamar Jackson's kryptonite.
Yep.
They just have his number.
And they will
cannot beat the Chiefs.
Yep, and I think that'll continue to happen. And this will be freaking Sammy Watkins taking on his one of his other former teams again.
Yep.
All right. Up next, Monday Night Football. We got the Lions and Packers from the not yet frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. Lions almost clawed their way back against the 49ers. Surprise. That was kind of a surprise that the 49ers let up like that and let the Lions back in the game. And then the Packers, man, what? Nobody saw them getting blown out by New Orleans. Not even me, not even you. Nobody saw them getting blown out by New Orleans. And that was the shocker of the week. But I'm going to take the Green Bay Packers to bounce back and get their first win of the season at home in Lambeau Field on Monday Night Football. So give me the Green Bay Packers, and we do not have a split this week.
Yeah, give me Green Bay to bounce back, drop the Lions to 0-2, and for Aaron Rodgers to take out his frustrations on that Lions defense. And the Lions lost Jeff Okudah for the year with a torn ACL.
Yeah,
to make matters worse.
Yeah, so the cornerbacks are in trouble in Detroit. And that is pretty much it for this. And we got our picks in. Sorry, I forgot to add the Bucks and Falcons on there for the slideshow. I was just in a hurry to get everything done for these game picks, and it just slipped my mind. So sorry about that. But other than that, we got the Washington football team over the New York Giants. We got the Steelers over the Raiders, the 49ers over the Eagles, the Browns over the Texans, the Broncos over the Jaguars, the Saints over the Panthers, the Buccaneers over the Falcons, the Rams over the Colts, the Bills over the Dolphins, the Patriots over the Jets, the Bengals over the Bears, Cardinals over the Vikings, Seahawks over the Titans. Think it'll be close. I will be at that game and hope it's good. Hope we can get it done there to get to 2-0. Cowboys over the Chargers, Chiefs over the Ravens, and Lions over the Packers. And those are our week 2 game picks. Let's see how we do for week 2. No split this time around. And that's the picks. Dallas, thank you once again for doing this with me.
Yep, no problem. We'll see if we have a little bit better of a week than we did last week, but yeah. The upsets are kind of fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about going with the slideshow with the images for each pick now. I might just get some images for each game coming up, and we might just go off of that from here on out when we do the game picks. Yeah.
We'll see if the viewers liked it.
I hope y'all liked it. But other than that, see y'all later in the next video. If you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And as always, go Seahawks.